Jeremy here is an actor.
Jeremy's mother wants to know if you'll show Jeremy around town.
You're 19 years old.
Sweet ride.
Thanks.
You know what, co-host? When I saw the name of this movie was Hello, I Must Be Going, I thought, oh, great. A documentary on Phil Collins, because that was the name of his first solo album.
I was too young. I wasn't even built when that happened.
Well, it turns out it's like some quote from, Groucho Marx from one of the Marx Brothers movies.
Marx Brothers movies, yes.
And yet,
that I know.
This movie has nothing to do with that either.
No!
Basically, it's the white version of how Stella got her groove back.
And I don't want to see that version either. I'm sorry.
Only it's I don't know. It's just like they spend a lot less money on it. How much less money they spend? Well, okay, this is a situation where apparently they couldn't get Drew Barrymore, so they say like, well, we'll get the second best thing. It's just Melanie Lynskey, who is actually a great actress.
Oh yes,
but she is kind of like the brunette Drew Barrymore, who always comes in second, playing the second fiddle to her, or second fiddle to her first role in Heavenly Creatures, second fiddle to Kate Winslet.
Kate Winslet, yeah. That's the girl who I'm sure they were like, okay, is she playing the best friend of anyone this week at the movies? Because if she's not, let's get her in this.
Let's get her in this.
We can't find her anyway. And I'm glad they did. Because
she's a good actress. I really like her a lot.
Oh man, there's something about her. I saw her recently, not too long ago, in this movie. It was that football movie that we saw.
Yeah, the one where the guy goes back in time.
Yeah, where he goes back in time, and yeah, she's in it. She plays his wife, but in the flashbacks, it's her in high school.
Right.
And I'm like, wow, I don't know what it is about this actress, but she can pull that off. She can pull off that time travel bit, and I don't know what it is. There's something about her that when I see her on screen, I just end up falling in love with her. Yeah. And I did the same thing with this movie, where every time every moment of her on screen and her performance, I honestly didn't know what the fuck was going on with this movie. Yet there's a part of me that was like, I'm falling in love with her, and I don't know why. I don't know why.
She must remind you of somebody from your past.
I don't know, but I'm not going to try to figure that out.
Well, I'm surprised you fell in love with her in this movie, because in this movie, she spends almost the whole movie being a sad sack. I mean, she just got dumped by her husband, has to go back and live with her folks, and she's just walking around pouting, looks like she's about to cry. Her mom, played by Blythe Danner, Gwyneth Paltrow's mom, is just going like, could you please get on some antidepressants? I'll give you some Oxycontin, a shot of whiskey. I don't care. Just stop moping around my goddamn house.
I know you're trying to be Brad Pitt and fucking the couch guy all of a sudden. Sure, that made his career skyrocket, but hey, not yours. I mean, quit eating up all my food and get yourself a jobby job already. And I got 2 of them.
And it's always that dynamic of her mother going like, look, I can't take this. You looking sad. You need to grow up. Figure it out. Leaving, and dad going like, what's wrong, pumpkin? Hey, here's a couple bucks. Don't listen to your mom. You can stay here as long as you want. I don't care. And the mom's like, no!
Especially when she confronts her daughter and like, look, I'm trying to spend some time with your dad. I need to get laid. Yeah. And you keep fucking it up for me. You keep walking in on us when I'm about to get mine.
I didn't know I gave birth to a walking cock block. Now get out of here. And the thing is, yeah, she is pretty sad. Just walking around. I don't know why I got dumped, to leave you alone. He left me. You don't understand. And then there's a party where some friends would come over and they drag their 19-year-old son, who's an actor. Like, yes, he's an actor. He's in the New York Theater Company. He's doing all this. It's like, okay, this kid just looks like some bored gay kid.
He's a Putsy McCloud. Yeah. And the funny thing is, you say he's like just a boring gay kid. And that's how his mother describes him. Right. Even though from you know right ahead of time, we're not spoiling anything here, that he's actually not gay, yet his mother likes to tell strangers that he is. Right. And he just goes with it. He just goes. Like, she's so proud of him being in the art scene. She just feel like, not only is he's an artist, but he's also gay. So you know he's good at what he does. But this turns into a thing where Melanie Lynskey and the 19-year-old hanging out. And as opposed to a movie we recently reviewed, Liberal Arts, where it was an adult movie that restrained from doing the obvious thing, not here. Oh, not at all. Not at all. This is this is the other take of that from a female perspective, and it's all fucked up.
Yeah. It's the total like, hey, let's just have sex as much as we can without getting caught. while she's still trying to get her shit together and still run around with this boy, and even like to where he's falling in love with her. I thought maybe we could run. You thought we could run away? you stupid kid. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Dumb dummy.
And honestly, the thing is about this movie, there's not much more to it than that.
No, there's not. I mean, there's moments where, as the story was progressing, it seemed like it was still going into the same loops to where I was like, okay, is there anything else that this movie is going to do? Because I've been paying attention, yet I'm really losing interest in it.
Yeah.
Besides, the only thing that really kept me involved was watching the actress Lynskey do her thing.
Lynskey.
Lynskey. I'm sorry. Lynskey.
Yeah, it's a different girl.
I'm getting that other girl I'm in love with confused. But just watching her performance, that was the only thing that this movie had going for
it. It really is. Like
she was really shining throughout this whole movie.
The fact that she got to be the star of the movie. Mm-hmm. And Blythe Danner had some great like there's one really great moment. It's all Blythe Danner. She delivers on that moment. Mm-hmm. But so much of it is just like, wow, you guys got us all here. Mm-hmm. You're not really doing much with this. I mean, This really this is an indie movie. You would see it at an art house. But honestly, it's like something that would normally be a mainstream movie if it just had a couple more million put behind it. They would have got a bigger star. You'd like I said, how Stella got her groove back. It's like, well, man, you guys, you really could do more with this. It's like, no,
really could have.
This is the script we had, and we decided to go with it. And this is all the money we had, so we shot it. It's like, okay, well, I don't know what to tell you.
And it's terrible timing when a movie like Liberal Arts comes out, where you see that and you see all the potential, all the great things that they put in the story. Of just people reflecting on their lives, like wondering how are they going to progress, or what the decisions they need to make, and this movie really does none of that. Really, it's just it really is just Melanie Lynskey just fucking up every moment she gets, and when they introduce the kid, the 19-year-old kid, you think, okay, it took a while for the movie to get to this point with this relationship that she's now starting to get involved with this kid, and it ends up not really going anywhere at all. But besides her going through the motions, that at some point, she's going to feel old as soon as there's a moment where she runs to the party after she yells at the guy. She wants to go and all of a sudden be cool to him. Yet she finds him at a party, and some fucking stoner kid comes out and just like, hey, you looking for somebody? Yeah, I'm looking. It's like, oh, hey, somebody's mom's here. And she's just like, what have I done? What have I done? But that was the only highlight of the movie where they didn't even get into that at all.
Yeah, you think it would be more dangerous, more exciting, their relationship, and it's really not. And a lot of that falls on the fact that it falls on the kid who I don't know the actor's name.
Mm-hmm. Let me look him up real quick. Yeah. Let's see. His name is I want to say his name is Christopher Abbott. He played Jeremy.
Hey, Abbott.
Hey, Abbott.
Maybe some more acting lessons. And the thing, Melanie, as good as Melanie Lynskey is, this kid, he's kind of a mannequin. I mean, he's a little bit good looking, and he does have a scene where he cries, but other than that,
he looks like a fucking serial killer. That's what he looked like.
You're right, he does. Yeah. And it's hard to believe them being together. I mean, you can't, in as much as okay, she's really kind of fucked up, especially after everything that's happened to her. Maybe you could see her fall into this, but not really. He's not really charming. He's just kind of there.
No, he's a little fucking puppy getting his first, piece of tail, and he's just obsessive over it, and it's just, it's everything we've seen before. It's one dimensional. There's nothing else to it. And the fact that she's, encouraging this relationship, if it were going anywhere, if it were going into just a downhill, slope into something that's going to explode, that doesn't happen either.
Right,
You can only hope that's where it's going to go.
Yeah.
Where it's a big explosion in everyone's face. So everyone has to come to terms with what they're doing. You'll see, you'll get to see the parents who are involved through a lot of the movie. Yeah. You see their reaction on it, but when but the movie never goes.
No, it really
never wants to have the balls to go in those areas.
Yeah, it doesn't have the ball. It cheaps out. And another place I thought it really cheaped out was the movie goes on for it's hour and a half or so, however long. Talking about the ex-husband, and then finally she goes to lunch with the ex-husband, and they make him such just a cartoon character, kind of douchebag who won't get off his phone. It's like, okay, like she's supposed to have that revelation, like, oh wow, you're not that good of a guy anyway. Mm-hmm. But they play it too broadly, to where you go like, well, if he was like this, how was she ever in love with? How was I supposed to believe she was ever in love with him to begin with?
Yeah. I'm like, why did you even go and hang out with this guy again? Like,
right.
He obviously is not changed, but you don't get any insight into his character at all besides what she gives you, which isn't that much at all to begin with. So really when you do see him, you're right. He's a cartoon character.
And it made me sad because at that point when she's at that dinner with him, the conversation they had, it made me realize, like, you know what? Where she is, like, I have a best friend who went through almost the exact same thing. Mm-hmm. And even to have that conversation with her husband, but I know her husband. He wasn't a guy like that. And like when they were together, you could see why they were together. It was sad. It was genuinely sad when the relationship dissolved. Mm-hmm. But with this, you kind of like, well, yeah.
And what you told me, it's so much more story going on than this movie gave you. But I as much as I loved her performance because, like I said, I mean, watching her act her ass off is something to see where it just made me go, wow, she can obviously work with the material she's given, yet the director's not giving her anything really to do that's really out of the box as far as a movie like this. It is conventional, it's typical, and it's predictable.
Yes.
You just know where it's going before it even gets there.
Really,
and it's sad, because you see a lot of it's another one of those movies with, it's just a lot of wasted talent. Like that fucking Teachers movie we saw.
Oh, right.
Or I'm like, ugh, man, really? Don't call on these fucking actors if you have nothing for them. And this movie had nothing. I'm like, oh man, because Melanie Lynskey is an actress that I'm waiting for her to shine. I loved her in Heavenly Creatures.
Oh, yeah.
I loved her in all the little small parts.
I loved her in The Informant.
The Informant,
almost anything I see her in, I love her in those things.
Yeah, and somebody needs to give this fucking broad a break already, right, man.
Exactly.
I don't want her to be. I don't want her to be sitting at her bed crying because Kate Winslet stole her career, or this girl is just waiting to like really liven up these fucking movie screens with some good acting for once.
Yeah.
I hate to see wasted talent. I really do. It frustrates me.
I know. There had to be some aspiring Katherine Heigl wannabe out there who could have taken this role.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, it hurts for that reason. And the fact that it just doesn't give you any more. You brought up earlier, there's a point 20 minutes in where you can pretty much figure out everything that's going to happen. Mm-hmm. And if you sit through it, it won't disappoint you because it's going to be everything you said. If you want to feel good about yourself, feel like you're smart, and you like to sit there going like, I bet this is going to happen. I bet she's going to do this. I bet they're going to get caught right here. I bet this is going to happen. This is that movie for you.
Yeah. If you want to be that asshole.
Yeah, if you want to be that asshole, that's fine. Or if you're someone who just loves Lifetime movies, then sure, it could be your thing. I couldn't quite hate it because of the performances of those two main actresses, but it's just a rental. It's just a. I mean,
yeah, it is, and I'm right there with you. I mean, there's no reason to prolong this.
It's not.
It is fucking predictable. There ain't nothing new about it. You know what? You're probably only going to hear about it this one time because we're talking about it, and that's hey. Good. Maybe that'll teach that fucking director and writer a lesson. Like, hey, next time you do something,
try harder.
Yeah, try harder. Make it worth the shit. All right. Don't waste Melanie Lynskey's motherfucking time. All right.
Yeah. I say like if you go see this 20 minutes into it, you'll be like, hello, I must be going.
I know. They were watching the Marx Brothers movie, and I told myself, okay, I want to turn this off and actually watch that fucking Marx Brothers movie because it's a great fucking movie, and I want to see that. Why am I wasting my time with this? But by the way, I don't know if I gave my it's a rental, and I'm really like
I know no I know what you're saying.
It's so hard for me to say that right now. I'm sure I'm gonna look back and go like
I should have.
Yeah, just like I did with Hotel Transylvania. I don't know why I gave that a full price.
Really?
Yeah, I just had this like it just hit me the other night where I listened to it and I was like, why did I give that a full price?
Because it's a full price movie.
Yeah, but it really wasn't.
It totally was.
No. Did you give it a full price?
Yeah.
Okay, because are you sure you gave it a full price?
Fuck yeah, man.
Because I think in the review or somebody mentioned that you gave it a matinee.
I don't know why they would do that because I was excited about that.
Okay, I need to go check because I was listening to it and I'm like, he gave it a matinee, and I felt, because that sounds about right. Oh shit! We need to go check. I think somebody may have changed your fucking rating.
Somebody must have screwed up because I got it a full price. I'm looking forward.
Maybe
to
I
seeing
dreamt
it again.
the shit. I don't know.
Okay,
but you know what? I'm glad we got to put this in the review because hopefully people won't get fucking bored.
That's how Hello I Must Be Going is that we got to review other movies in the middle of it.
I'd like to give some the people out there a little something else. You know? It's like I don't know what the fuck this movie is they're talking. I'm about to turn this shit up. Oh wait, what they fucked up the review on Hotel Transylvania. Oh shit! But anyway, yeah. But hey, if it's in your town. Go see something. Yeah, go see something.
You go, girl. Just keep finding ways to make everything harder.
The greatest tragedy of the family is the unlived lives of the parents.
If somebody loves you, they just love you, you know?
I'm just, looking...
Somebody's mom's here. Yo! Somebody's mom's here.
No, so it's the wrong house.